Day 2 in the Sierra, going up. I think we have about a 4,000 foot climb today. Maybe 4,500. Already feeling tired. I'd like to say I'm enjoying this, but so far I'm not. It took us forever to get out of camp with these bear cans. We got 7 days of food in them. They're the same size no matter how much food, of course, but heavy. They take up so much space. It's hard to, I had to repack everything. I had to repack the way I put my clothes in, and my rain gear, and my bedding, everything. And my pad is still leaking pretty bad. It was nearly flat at 4:30. Oh, what an adventure. Onward and upward. Still going up, heading towards that pass up there, that saddle. We've come up about 1,700 feet now, maybe almost 1,800 feet, and not far, really, 6 miles, I guess, about 6 miles. It's been really hard. It's been 6 miles steady uphill, no break. Some of it's been really steep and difficult to navigate because of fallen trees and stuff like this. There's been a lot of that. It's hard to get around on the trail sometimes. It can be very difficult to take its toll emotionally as well as physically. But it's nice. Right now we're up at a bit of a summit. It's going to go down a little bit, and then we're going to have to continue going up about just as much as we've done already, maybe a bit more. It's gonna be a hard one. Not fun. It's beautiful though, and the temperature is pretty good. It's hot, but it's not brutally hot. And there's a spring in 1.4 miles we can get more water at, so I think Mikey's coming up the trail now, and we're gonna have a bit of a break here and regroup before we head on down the trail again. But I'm still looking forward to doing more miles today. But we're in it now. We're in the Sierra now. This is fun. Look at that. Great big open meadow. Goes for miles. Love it. What a welcome change from the climb we just did anyway, but we're not finished climbing today. What did it say? Monarch Meadow, Beck Meadow. Pretty beautiful, right?
Yeah, what is that?
Monarch Meadow.
No, the giant mountain.
Yeah, that's a big one. I don't know what the mountain's called. Monarch Meadow is beautiful. I love this. I could walk on this all day. Can't wait to see what that big mountain is in the back. I don't know if we're climbing that or not. can't get over how beautiful it is out here. The climb was worth it so far. It's 20 after 1 and I just finished another climb. Not as big, but it was a climb and a bit tiring. We're coming down now. I say we because Mike is back there somewhere, not too far back. And we're coming down to a footbridge over the Kern River, which is going to be one of our water stops. And it'll mark the 10 miles that we've walked so far today since 8 o'clock. And we're going to rest up and probably have a bit of a break, camel up, and decide if we want to keep walking today. There was talk of camping down here. I'm not sure if that's what we're going to do or not, because it's still a bit early. But yeah, so that's the update. About to get water and take a break. But look at this scenery. Hey, that's a marmot. Very cool. So this campsite we're at tonight is just so beautiful here. The views are so stunning. And I just saw a marmot. And the birds are beautiful. There's all kinds of different birds, swallows, and some bluebirds I can't recognize, but they're hanging out with the swallows. And look at this, it's just gorgeous. It's like an oasis, or I don't know, it's just magical here. There's fish in the river, little ones. Wow, there's some big fish in there. I guess they're trout. June 2nd, 19, no. June 2nd, 2022. We're back on the trail after a rather discouraging day yesterday. Discouraging because it was very steep and we lost a bit of oxygen. But today we're gonna try again. We're gonna go 15 miles up to 10,000 feet. We are mountain men. We can do this. Well, mountain men from the city. We can do it, right, Mike?
What kind of mountain men are we?
City mountain men.
That's true. We'll ascend the hill.
We got this. More beautiful meadows this morning. I don't know how long these are going to last though. Because we have some serious altitude to gain. By lunchtime we should be over 10,000 feet. And we're just over 8,000 now. It's going to be tiring, but fun.
Baghdad, I could bag that, but I don't want to be one of those guys. Climbing sucks. I can bag that one.
We are still climbing. We're up over 9,800 feet now. Breathing is challenging. Well, more challenging than it has been. This is the highest I've been on the trail. Beautiful. It is beautiful. It's nice to have more water to choose from. Cow Creek goes along the trail for quite a while. It's not a raging river or anything, but there's water trickling down it, enough to fill our bottles so we don't have to carry so much. But it was a mistake carrying 7 days of food. We're struggling, so Mike and I have decided we're gonna go into, we're gonna take Cottonwood Trail down to Cottonwood Campground, and Vince and Jen are gonna pick us up and we're gonna go down into Lone Pine and regroup and rethink our strategy for the Sierras, because these climbs are hard. They're really hard. At least they are our first. This is our first section of climbs like this. And the mountain is like looking down on us the whole way. Come up over a crest, think you're near the top. Too bad, keep climbing. Feeling hungry? Ate all your snacks already? Too bad, keep climbing. Feeling tired, want a nap? Too bad, well, I did take a nap. False summit, too bad, keep climbing. It's like it's laughing at us, testing our endurance. But I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to challenge myself like this. It's kind of exciting, and it's kind of intimidating and daunting at the same time, but it's absolutely beautiful scenery. And yeah, it's just, oh, it's a magical place, but it's really hard, really hard. It's a steep climb, not just a long climb. We've been climbing for 2 days now. And by the time we finish this particular climb, we're gonna be over 10,600 feet. And we're nearly there. It's apparently there's AT&T and T-Mobile service at the top. Mike's really looking forward to that, to talk to his sister, I think. And yeah, it's gonna be another challenging, I think, 600 feet climb. So I'm gonna put my phone down and keep climbing. Came off trail back there and scrambled up these rocks. Apparently this is where you can get a signal. So I'm gonna give it a try. But first of all, what a view. Oh my gosh. Whew. It's breathtaking. Look at that. We're not even at the top yet. Well, we did it. Mike and I got up to 10,600 feet, and now we're heading down. 6.5 miles to, I think the campsite we're going to is called Death Creek. Not very optimistic sounding, but 6.5 miles downhill sounds all right. It's gonna be hard on my ankles though. And it's overcast. I haven't seen clouds covering the sky in some time since we came off the back end of San Jacinto, I think. Feels good. Feels good to be back in a forest. And we haven't encountered any snow yet, but we probably will tomorrow. Of course, coming down is never my favorite. It hurts my ankles and my feet and my knees. I just took, while I stopped for a break with Mike, I had a packet of tuna, 4 tablespoons of peanut butter, and 2 Pop-Tarts, and 1,000 milligrams of ibuprofen, and 1,300 milligrams of Tylenol. What a combination. Anyway, going down is just as slow as going up because my feet hurt. We have about 5.5 miles to go to Death Canyon Creek, and I'm looking forward to setting up my tent and crawling inside and reinflating my sleeping pad every 2 hours. Not really. I hope I can fix that when we get into town. What a pain in the ass. Video time. It's June 3rd, it's morning. We're climbing. Last night was cold for me. My pad deflated 4 times. And we have another couple of big climbs today. And doing about 16 miles in total. I preferred the way we started yesterday in those beautiful meadows. Good way to warm up. Today, straight into the climb. I'm tired. I gotta hang up the phone. What a difference in scenery in the last few days. Look at this. It's like a completely different part of the world. But it's only like 50 miles from the desert. It's really, really pretty and quiet. Except for the jets overhead. I think we're near Nellis Air Force Base or something like that. Or some Air Force Base. All day long we're hearing fighter jets. Some of them flying pretty low. I can hear one now. Where? I just thought I'd do a quick video for people back home. This is my 3rd day in the Sierra, and it's harder than I expected it to be. The comments and everything on Guthook don't tell you just how the altitude is going to affect your breathing. At least they are. It affects it for me. Yesterday wasn't too bad. I was feeling pretty good, but today I'm really feeling it. And so is Mike. We've been up around 10,000 feet for a couple of days now. I guess we're hoping we're going to acclimate and find it easier to breathe, but so far we're not. Oh, it's hard, but it's beautiful scenery, and I'm happy to be here. It's just taking a lot more breaks and going slower than I'd like to. Today we are going to meet Vince and Jen at Cottonwood Creek Campground, which is about 11 miles from here, and then they're going to drive us down into Lone Pine, and I have to see if I can get my air mattress fixed because it's deflating in about 2 hours and I can't sleep at night. It's been like that for 4 nights now. And we're going to reevaluate how we're doing our food and how many days we're going to spend in the mountains each time, because carrying a lot of food is really hard at altitude like this. So anyway, I'm going to catch up with Mike now. I just wanted to show everybody where I am and let you know what's going on. So yeah, I'm going to put my pack on and start hiking again. I got 11 more miles to go today. Some parts of the Sierra are strange. For example, this area that we're in right now, where we've just had a bit of a lunch, is foresty, but the trees are strange. They're all gnarly and tough looking, like they were born ready to take shit. And instead of dirt, it's all gravel. So we've got gravel, gnarly trees, and a lot of pine cones.
Spam singles.
And Mike he wanted me to say that he had Spam singles in his tortillas for his lunch snack, and he's quite fond of it. So I think he's going to have it again. I think when we go into town, he's going to be looking for Spam singles at the grocery store. But would you just look at this place? It's so strange. Look at this tree. This tree is, look over here. Oh, well, this one right here. Right here. This tree is big and fat, but this tree is skinny and tall. Nature. And what's with this guy? What happened to him? He's not dead, but it looks like he got ripped in half. And over here, I'm walking towards the land of perfect Christmas trees. Look. Look at that. Look at those. I like it. Oh, look at this poor guy. All right, we're going to move on now. We're dilly-dallying, and we have approximately 9 miles to go still. Today's hike is almost over. We have about 1 mile, 1.2 to the junction, to the trailhead that goes down to where Jen and Vince are. And that trail is about 1.5 miles. But it's not going to take us much longer. We're going to be done in a couple hours at the outside. And then we're going down to Lone Pine. And I have things to do there. Take stock of what food I have left. Get my air mattress fixed or replaced. I need to buy a new water filter because I left mine up at the summit earlier today. I wasn't going to go around, turn around and go and get it because I knew we were at the Lone Pine. I also have some soul searching to do. I have to give this some thought because these Sierras are hard. It's only 3 days we've been in here, but it's up high every day, all day. Climbing. And it's really hard on my knees and my ankles. And the low oxygen is, it's not like we're at 15,000 feet or anything, but it's a noticeable difference. And it's hard on me. I don't want to give up on the Sierras, but I have to really think about this and what I'm wanting to do and willing to do. I don't want to say I did the PCT and gave up on the hard part, or I stopped in the Sierras because it was hard. I don't like the sound of that, but I also don't like the idea of passing out, which almost happened today. I was hiking along and I started to get tunnel vision and tingly. It's just really hard. So it's time to take stock of what I'm doing and what I want to accomplish and make a decision to come back to the trail where I left, skip ahead a little bit maybe. I don't know, but I need to figure it out. Right over there is where Jen and Vince are. And the trail goes up there into the woods and around and meanders and comes down. Then you walk along the other side. There's a trail back there that goes around there. Or you go this way, and there's a road that goes across, and then you come out on the road further south of the campground. South, I don't know if it's south or not, but the other side of the campground. I think we're going to do it that way because it's probably quicker for them to come and pick us up at the road where we come out. But I just want to go across the field, and I'm not supposed to.